Welcome to the Professional Learning Series brought to you by DECA Inc. Thank you for taking the time to join us. I am Ryan Witzig, DECA Inc. Director of Learning and Assessment. I will be leading this presentation on the Collegiate DECA competitive events updates for the 2016-17 school year. At DECA Inc., I work to advance the educational connection of DECA's comprehensive learning program to classroom curriculum at both the high school and collegiate levels to provide authentic learning experiences for members. My background includes 5 years of experience as a classroom marketing instructor and DECA chapter advisor, as well as 7 years as Chartered Association advisor for Virginia DECA. Feel free to contact me with any questions on the material covered in this webinar. Thank you, and I hope you gained some new insight in today's presentation. I'm going to begin this webinar by reviewing the board-approved changes to the Collegiate DECA competitive events program. The following slides will address page limit adjustments, modifications to evaluation forms, and changes to the executive summary. In terms of page limit, there's a 15-page limit for all events that require a written prospectus. This applies to advertising campaign, business research event, entrepreneurship starting a business, entrepreneurship growing your business. The Collegiate Council met last February and discussed the need for consistency among these events. All collegiate written events will have 2 evaluation forms, one for the written entry and one for the oral presentation. Again, this applies to advertising campaign, business research event, entrepreneurship starting a business, entrepreneurship growing your business. The only event of the listed above that went from 1 to 2 pages is advertising campaign. The others already have 2 evaluation forms. While we are discussing advertising campaign, it is important to note that the advertising campaign will now include an executive summary. The position statement has also been removed from the oral presentation. So again, advertising campaign has added the executive summary but removed the position statements. The length of the executive summary for all written prospective events will now be 1 to 2 pages. Again, this applies to advertising campaign, business research event, entrepreneurship starting a business, and entrepreneurship growing your business. The rationale is both for consistency of all events and to model current industry practices. The next several slides will address how and what students will have access to during their presentation and preparation time. We will go over the use of internet, the use of outside resources, and prepared event presentation times. Participants may utilize the internet in event presentation and preparation. There are some key points I would like to emphasize. 1, DECA will not be providing internet. This means if a student decides to use the internet, they should plan ahead. 2, this does not apply to exams. Students may not use the internet for research purposes during the exam. Participants may also use a personal or laptop computer, handheld digital device, resources, and outside materials in all events. So for business simulations, case studies, and prepared events, they may use everything we've listed above. Again, no outside resources may be used during testing. Whatever the student can carry into the event may be used. DECA also adheres to ADA standards and will make appropriate accommodations when necessary. All prepared events move to a 20-minute presentation time. This includes setup time. This new 20-minute presentation time applies to advertising campaign, business research event, emerging technology marketing strategies, entrepreneurship starting a business, entrepreneurship growing your business, and professional sales. This again is for consistency's sake and making management and selection of events easier for both advisors and students. As we near the end of this update, I'll be focusing on some general information, including the Collegiate DECA Guide, online testing, what's coming in 2017-18, and the Collegiate Stock Market Game. The Communications Department worked in conjunction with the Collegiate Division to update the look of the guide. When navigating through the guide, you will notice some key changes. Each event has been consolidated so that the information is quickly accessed. You will find that the right sidebar now contains information such as skills and careers or event specifics in icon form. You can quickly look and identify how many participants, how long, time limits, and if it's a written prospectus, page count. The DECA Board of Directors passed a motion this past August to implement online testing at Collegiate ICDC. The testing process for the Collegiate DECA ICDC will follow a pre-conference online format starting with the 2017 Collegiate ICDC in Anaheim, California. The rationale behind this change is that it will help move Collegiate DECA forward in the use of technology and will help create new opportunities at ICDC for both members and advisors. The following Collegiate DECA events will require an online exam to be taken prior to Collegiate DECA ICDC: accounting, banking financial services, corporate finance, fashion merchandising and marketing, hotel and lodging, restaurant and food service management, retail management, and travel and tourism. More information will be released as it becomes available. I want to emphasize with online testing that this is only a requirement at ICDC. Please check with your Chartered Association advisor to see the method that they will be using for testing for your state conferences and provincial conferences. A new case study will be introduced in 2017-2018. This is a two-person participant case study. The focus will be on marketing communications and public relations. We have not yet finalized the title. Registration is currently open for the Collegiate Stock Market Game. Advisors are able to register their students until October 11th. The game runs until November 17th. A recorded webinar will be available soon and will answer stock market game related questions. I have recently received many questions related to the awards and recognition for students participating in the stock market game. The stock market game was created as a learning tool. This is a value-added piece for our collegiate division with 2 rounds taking place. DECA will publicize the top performers through our communication channels. Since the stock market game is not an official Collegiate DECA competitive event, participants in the stock market game will not advance to ICDC to compete in stock market game. We encourage those participating in the stock market game to work with their advisors and Chartered Association advisors to identify official competitive events that will qualify them for competition at ICDC. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions about Collegiate DECA competitive events, please contact me. I've also provided the Collegiate Council Chair's contact information as well as the Collegiate Division's Director's information. Each of them will be able to assist you as well. Thank you for joining us and good luck this year.